Most people lose their peace not because life is hard, but because they react to everything. A comment, a look, a message that arrives late, a bit of criticism, even someone else's success can shake their mood. Their mind becomes a battlefield of emotions. But there is another way to live. A calmer way, a stronger way, the kind of inner control that makes people wonder how you stay so unbothered. When you master a few powerful mental habits, you stop reacting to every small disturbance. You become steady, focused, untouchable, and when people realize that nothing easily moves you, they begin to respect you in a completely different way. If you enjoy content that helps you build mental strength, self-discipline, and inner peace, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more insights like this. One powerful shift begins when you understand that not everything deserves your reaction. Many people feel an urge to respond instantly to every situation. Someone says something disrespectful, and they fire back. Someone criticizes them, and they spend hours defending themselves. But reacting to everything only drains your energy. The truth is that many situations lose their power the moment you refuse to feed them with attention. Silence often speaks louder than argument. When you start choosing your responses carefully, people realize that provoking you is a waste of time. Another important mastery is emotional distance. This does not mean you stop caring about life or about people. It simply means you stop allowing every opinion or action to control your emotional state. Most conflicts happen because people take things personally. They assume every negative comment is an attack. But when you create emotional space between yourself and what others say, you see situations more clearly. Instead of reacting with anger, you observe with calm awareness. This small shift turns emotional chaos into quiet control. Self-control is another skill that separates reactive people from powerful ones. Anyone can explode when they feel insulted or frustrated. That requires no strength at all. Real strength appears when you feel the emotion rising but choose not to act on it. The ability to pause before reacting changes everything. A few seconds of reflection can prevent hours of regret. When people notice that you remain composed even under pressure, they begin to treat you differently. Perspective is another key. Many situations that feel important in the moment will mean nothing a week later. Yet people react as if every small problem is a disaster. When you train your mind to zoom out and see the bigger picture, most annoyances lose their weight. That rude comment, that small mistake, that minor disagreement, they become insignificant when you view them from a wider perspective. Life becomes calmer when you stop treating temporary problems like permanent threats. Confidence also plays a huge role in your ability to remain unbothered. People who constantly react often do so because they feel the need to prove themselves. They want to defend their image, justify their choices, and win every argument. But when you are secure in who you are, you do not feel the need to fight every battle. Your confidence becomes quiet but powerful. You understand that your value does not decrease just because someone fails to see it. Another mastery involves controlling where your attention goes. Attention is your most valuable resource. Every reaction gives attention to something. If you give your attention to negativity, drama, and unnecessary conflict, those things will dominate your mental world. But when you choose to focus on growth, discipline, and purpose, distractions begin to lose their influence. Your mind becomes less interested in pointless reactions and more interested in meaningful progress. Patience is also a powerful shield against unnecessary reactions. Many people react quickly because they want immediate resolution. They want to respond, correct, argue, or defend right away. But patience allows situations to unfold naturally. Sometimes the best response is to wait. Time often reveals the truth of situations without you needing to say anything. By allowing events to play out, you avoid emotional decisions that you might later regret. The final mastery is understanding that peace is more valuable than winning arguments. Many people sacrifice their calm just to prove a point. They argue endlessly, trying to force others to agree with them. But true wisdom recognizes that not every disagreement needs to be solved. Sometimes the strongest move is simply to walk away. Protecting your inner peace is far more valuable than convincing someone who is determined not to understand you. When you begin practicing these habits, something interesting happens. Life becomes quieter inside your mind. Situations that once triggered you start to feel smaller. People who once tried to provoke you begin to lose interest because they no longer get the reaction they expect. You move through life with a calm presence that naturally commands respect. And here is the truth most people eventually discover: reacting less does not make you weak. It makes you powerful. It shows that you control your mind instead of letting circumstances control you. That kind of emotional discipline is rare, and rare qualities always stand out. If you want to continue building this level of mental strength, self-control, and inner peace, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay connected for more powerful insights like this. The more you train your mind, the less the world can disturb your peace. And the calmer you become, the stronger you truly are. Another mastery is learning the power of observation. Most people rush to react before they truly understand what is happening. They hear a few words, make an assumption, and respond emotionally. But calm and powerful individuals do something different. They observe first. They watch people's behavior, tone, and intentions without immediately jumping into the situation. Observation gives you information. And information gives you control. When you observe more than you react, you begin to understand people better. You see patterns in their behavior, and you stop falling into unnecessary emotional traps. Another important point is mastering your ego. The ego is often the real reason behind most reactions. When someone challenges your opinion, criticizes your work, or disagrees with your choices, the ego feels threatened. It pushes you to defend yourself instantly. But a disciplined mind understands that not every challenge is a personal attack. When you learn to keep your ego under control, you stop reacting just to protect your pride. Instead, you respond only when something truly matters. This simple change removes a huge amount of unnecessary conflict from your life. You also need to master the ability to let people misunderstand you. Many people react because they are desperate to correct every wrong impression. If someone misjudges them, they rush to explain themselves. But the truth is that you cannot control what everyone thinks about you. Some people will misunderstand you no matter how clearly you explain yourself. Powerful individuals accept this reality. They focus on living with integrity instead of trying to control every opinion. When you stop chasing approval, you free yourself from many pointless reactions. Another mastery is learning to detach from other people's moods. Sometimes people bring their frustrations, anger, or negativity into a conversation. They may speak harshly or behave coldly because of problems that have nothing to do with you. Reactive people absorb that negativity and respond with the same energy. But calm individuals recognize that not every emotional storm belongs to them. They allow others to have their moods without letting it disturb their own inner balance. Another key habit is choosing long-term peace over short-term satisfaction. Reacting often feels satisfying in the moment. Arguing back, proving someone wrong, or expressing anger can create a temporary feeling of victory. But that satisfaction usually fades quickly, leaving behind stress or damaged relationships. When you train yourself to think long-term, you begin to choose responses that protect your peace instead of feeding your emotions. This discipline keeps your mind stable even when others around you are losing control. Another powerful point is understanding that silence can be a strategy. Many people believe that staying silent means weakness. In reality, silence is often a sign of deep control. When you refuse to engage in pointless arguments or unnecessary drama, you protect your energy. Silence also forces others to face their own words without your reaction distracting them. In many situations, silence is more powerful than the perfect response. You must also master the habit of questioning your first emotional impulse. The first reaction that comes to mind is not always the wisest one. Emotions move quickly, but wisdom moves slowly. When something triggers you, pause and ask yourself a simple question: is this worth my energy? That small pause can completely change how you respond. Over time, this habit trains your mind to choose calm thinking over impulsive reactions. Another important mastery is accepting that you cannot control everything. Much of the frustration people experience comes from trying to control situations, outcomes, or other people's behavior. When things do not go their way, they react with anger or stress. But when you accept that many things are outside your control, you stop fighting reality. Instead of reacting emotionally, you focus your energy on what you can actually influence. You should also learn the discipline of protecting your mental environment. What you watch, listen to, and engage with affects your emotional state. If your daily environment is full of negativity, drama, and constant conflict, your mind will naturally become more reactive. But when you surround yourself with positive influences, thoughtful ideas, and purposeful activity, your mind becomes calmer. The more you guard your mental space, the easier it becomes to remain unbothered. Another mastery involves building inner purpose. People who lack clear direction often react to everything around them because they have nothing meaningful pulling their focus forward. But when you have a strong purpose, a goal, a mission, a vision for your life, many distractions lose their power. Your attention becomes focused on growth rather than drama. Small irritations simply become too unimportant to deserve your reaction. Finally, remember that becoming someone who reacts to nothing is not about suppressing your emotions. It is about mastering them. You still feel things. You still experience frustration, disappointment, and anger from time to time. But instead of letting those emotions control your actions, you learn to guide them with awareness and discipline. This kind of emotional strength is what creates true inner peace. As you continue practicing these principles, you will notice a powerful transformation. Situations that once triggered you will no longer have the same effect. Your mind will feel quieter, your decisions will become clearer, and people will begin to see you as someone who cannot easily be shaken. If you want more insights that help you develop this level of calm confidence, mental strength, and self-discipline, make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay connected. The more you train your mind, the more unshakable you become. And the moment you truly master your reactions is the moment you begin to master your life. As you reflect on everything shared, one truth becomes clear: the people who truly control their lives are not the loudest, the most aggressive, or the most reactive. They are the ones who master their inner world. When you stop reacting to every insult, every opinion, every moment of negativity, you take back something extremely valuable: your peace. And peace is power. A calm mind sees opportunities where others only see problems. A disciplined mind makes decisions that emotional people regret. When you react less, you think more clearly, move more wisely, and protect the energy that should be invested in building your future. Imagine how different life becomes when small things no longer disturb you. Criticism no longer shakes your confidence. Drama no longer pulls you into unnecessary battles. Other people's opinions no longer control your emotions. Instead of constantly defending yourself, you move forward quietly, focusing on growth, discipline, and purpose. This is the kind of mindset that builds strong individuals. People begin to notice that you are different. They see someone who is calm under pressure, someone who cannot easily be manipulated, someone who refuses to waste energy on meaningless conflict. But mastering this mindset is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice. Every day you will face situations that test your patience, challenge your ego, and tempt you to react. Those moments are your training ground. Each time you choose calm over anger, patience over impulse, and silence over unnecessary argument, you strengthen your inner discipline. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes natural. You begin to carry a quiet confidence that no situation can easily shake. And here is the beautiful reward of mastering your reactions. Life becomes lighter. Your mind becomes quieter. Instead of constantly fighting emotional battles, you move through life with clarity and control. You stop wasting energy on people and situations that do not deserve it. That energy can then be invested in the things that truly matter: your goals, your growth, your purpose, and the life you want to build. If this message resonated with you, then you are already on the path toward becoming someone who cannot easily be disturbed by the chaos of the world. And if you want to continue strengthening your mindset, building emotional discipline, and learning powerful principles that help you stay calm and focused in any situation, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Because the moment you learn to control your reactions is the moment you begin to control your life. And the calmer you become, the stronger you truly are.